Marshall Levenson, Rivals national analyst for the Mid-South region here. As we move closer to the 2024 season later this fall, one of my favorite topics, to talk about, ponder, debate, discuss, whatever it may be, is the new SEC and specifically Oklahoma and Texas moving into the conference. Texas obviously great success last year, making it as far as they did and winning the Big 12, getting into the playoff. Oklahoma, not as great of a year, but moving to the SEC, there's a lot of discussion about whether they are ready, whether they can compete in the SEC in year one. I'll be honest, I think they're going to be fine in the SEC, but I don't know if it'll be year one. And the number one reason being the offensive line. They're replacing, the entire starting offensive line, and some depth guys in there as well. They have a first-year starting quarterback, and presumably Jackson Arnold. The defense, I think, will be okay. They've got some returning weapons and new weapons at wide receiver and running back, but I think the SEC defensive lines are going to give Oklahoma some fits. I think Oklahoma has talented players on the offensive line, but offensive line is really one of those groups that you have to gel early. And if Oklahoma does not do that, I think they might drop some SEC games early and maybe often. I have them going 4-4 in the SEC, probably finishing with an 8-4 record on the season. There are a lot of people that, think that they can go in and, compete with LSU and Alabama and Ole Miss and Tennessee right off the bat. And I think in most years that would be the case. But I think with their offensive line situation, I think we might see them struggle a little bit on offense, which might lead into some defensive struggles here and there. So as we move into 2024, that's one of the things that, I'm looking at. I think Texas is probably a little bit better suited for the SEC this first year. I think Oklahoma will be fine, but I think we might see some early struggles in the Southeastern Conference from Oklahoma. Although I do think we're going to see some good games from them, and I think we're going to see a lot of growth from guys like Jackson Arnold and some of their younger players. And if they do put an offensive line together, I think they have some weapons, to really make some noise in the conference. But right now, I'm kind of lean with the offensive line chemistry and not gelling as much as it probably should be, and finishing with a 4-4 record in the SEC.